Happy Sunday, y'all. So today we're going to be making Sunday dinner, and we're going to be making barbecue ribs, mac and cheese, string beans, and candy yams for dinner with side of rice. So I got some pork ribs and I got beef ribs for me, pork ribs for my husband because I don't eat pork. So first I clean my meats and I'm going to add them into a foil pan. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Something in the air made me cough, but I'm just gonna add my ribs into a big foil pan. So I'm gonna add them, and once I do that, I'm gonna season with all of my seasonings. I was really pissed off when I realized I didn't have any mustard, and I was really pissed. So yeah, I had to do this with like no mustard, and I didn't feel like going back outside to go to the store, so I just did what I did what I could. I did add some water into the pan so it doesn't like burn or dry in the pan or whatever the case might be, but I definitely forgot mustard and aluminum foil. So just note that when you cook ribs, please add some mustard on them and make sure they're like wrapped in aluminum foil or something. Get in there and rub your meat with your hands. Some of y'all be using spatulas and gloves and shit. Use your hands and really massage your seasonings into your ribs. Like, there's nothing wrong with using your bare hands to really get the seasonings into your meat. I mean, that's why it's called soap and water. So I just rubbed it, gave it a nice massage, and then I popped it in the oven. I let it cook for about an hour, and then so I let these cook for about 2 to 3 hours. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to cook your ribs, so please note that if you're making ribs. So it's been an hour now, and I'm going to start with my barbecue sauce. I'm going to add 1 thing of barbecue sauce, and I added just a little bit of honey. It doesn't hurt to add just a little bit of honey. So that's what I did, and then I mixed it up nice and good, and then I added these on my ribs, and then I let it cook back in the oven for like another hour and 30 minutes. So this is what it looks like before when it's about to go in the oven. And I got my macaroni, my noodles boiling, my rice is done, and I'm cleaning my string beans, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my string beans. They're so good. So in a hot pan, I added some avocado oil, my string beans, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, some seasonings, onion, and garlic powder, and then I just kept stirring it for about 10 to 13 minutes. That is how long I'm going to cook my string beans. Now it's time to make my macaroni and cheese. So I'm going to add my half-cooked noodles into my foil pan. Yes, these babies were hot. Then I'm going to add some butter into my pan, and I'm also going to add some milk and some sour cream, just a little bit of sour cream, and I'm going to start off with layering my cheeses. Now I like to use about 4 different cheeses, but listen, I didn't feel like grating the cheese, so honey, we just used the cheese that was in the bag. So I used Colby Jack and sharp cheddar. I forgot to get Monterey Jack. And so then I'm just going to stir it up, and I'm just going to continue this process until I'm ready to put it in the oven. And I did add some seasonings. I added garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika to my noodles. Now I'm adding some more cheese on top before I put it in the oven, and I just let the macaroni bake for about 30 minutes. You don't really need it to bake for that long. Now I'm going to start with my candy yams. I just added candy yams, sugar, and brown sugar, and some butter to my pan, and I let it cook. And baby, these are my ribs. This is like 3 hours of cooking my ribs, and then I also made some fried fish. And this is my Sunday dinner. Have a blessed one. Bye.